We have to talk about how many companies are forcing people to return to the office.
Yes, please. Let's talk about this for a second. I'm going to break this down in the most simple way that I can, and people are not going to like it, but at least it's going to shed some light on the big why. So companies are bringing everybody back to the office. Everybody knows that, especially the big companies, especially tech companies. And the big question is why? And this woman goes to say that there's no real logical reason, right? Everybody is citing things like connection, culture, productivity. Um, all of these things are bullshit. And here's why. If it had anything to do with COVID, culture, productivity, or connection, there's data internally with all these companies through engagement surveys and so forth, and that would have shown up in that data, and they would have brought you back in 2021, hands down. It was safe. It was time to do that, and they wouldn't have wanted to sacrifice any more years lacking productivity or making their culture suffer. So it has nothing to do with any of that, although those are amazing scapegoats right now for the conversation, because the real reason that you all are being forced back to the office is because of really big tax breaks that these companies are getting for putting in huge hubs in metropolitan areas, right? These companies for years have received local, city, and state tax breaks, even federal in some cases, for putting up giant hubs in these metropolitan areas, because what that does is bring in tons of business traffic, which means that hotels, restaurants, the bars and restaurants on the street near the office are all getting your commerce. They're all getting your patronage. And that's just a reality of how the local economies are working. And so when these massive companies pull thousands and thousands of workers away from those hubs, the city governments are saying, well, what the hell? Our businesses are suffering and there's no reason to come downtown. So all of our businesses are, hurting here financially. Bring your people back, or we're not going to give you these awesome tax breaks to have your big facility here. So they're losing a ton of money by not bringing you all back. So here's the kicker, and here's what I want to know. How freaking big are the tax breaks that they're willing to spend more money on things like recruitment costs, potential turnover costs when the market gets a little bit better? They're willing to probably pay increases in healthcare costs because people are going to get hurt more. There's going to be more workers' comp cases. There's going to be more mental health, and just your experience ratings for your benefits are all going to go up. Just tons of stuff. Like, what the hell? So that's why I hope this helps. Follow me for more.